Oh, no, I've always, the one thing you can always count on is that team having really, really good players. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen them. I've been involved watching from afar, and then also they're always great players. You know, the difference is there's 47 seniors or something, some crazy number of experience. These guys been here for a while, and they're grown men that have been playing for a while. So very, very good team, very talented. Has the gap closed. I don't know if I've ever considered a gap. You know, I always look at these two teams, and if there is, it doesn't matter.
Far right over here, Clay.
In the 70s, Bo Woody, my mother, for some reason, I still, to this day, don't know why, grabbed me and said, we have to go run an errand, and what the hell are we talking about? Don't leave that game. In Ashtabula, Ohio, outdoor mall, walking down, and over the loudspeakers, I just kept stopping, listening to the game in the 70s, the 10-year war. So I remember that.
Was there ever any?
I've never looked. I mean, every time we played them, last year there was a lot at stake. Our first year undefeated season. Second year was a chance to go play for the national title. We didn't follow through in the championship game. Third year, we got to the national, right? Or fourth year? Third year. Yeah, it's always big. I can't give an adjective to overemphasize his value to our program. And I've done this 29 years. He's as good a player, person, leader as I've ever been around. And we have senior tackle on Thursday. That'll be a tough one.
Second row middle.
I think we're in a very evaluation-friendly profession, and he's in a very evaluation-friendly position. You look at wins, number one, and then you look at statistical touchdown to interception, passing efficiency, and that easily makes him one of the greatest quarterbacks probably to play the game. I'm not just, does he throw the best curl route or whatever? I don't know that, but I don't care. He's one-loss record, TD to interception ratio, and passing efficiency are the things that I always look at. But number one is, without question, the one loss, do you win games? Because that's a tough position.
You stack him up with guys like Joshua Harris and Tim. How do you?
Here we go.
How do you?
He's a big game this week, man. And I love JT Barrett.
Third row right, Tim.
They got beat man coverage. There's no secrets what they play, and they're very good players. Yeah, we have to utilize all the weapons, and because what you said is true. We also have some other receivers playing pretty good. Tight ends are getting more involved. So there are, statistically, the offense is pretty good. I think we're number one in the Big Ten, if I remember right. I haven't checked it this week. But you're going to need it against a defense like this. You'll need every one of them playing their best.
Can I ask one more thing? Saturday, we talked about the win of fourth.
I think someone told me statistically we're about where we were with Zeke. Only Zeke would carry the load more than, I think. Someone told me that. But I guess I'm never, if you're looking at me and say, boy, I love where we're at, I don't ever love where we're at until February and see how it went. So, but I'm pleased. I think, once again, we'll need all three weapons to, when you face an elite defense like this, you need everything you got.
And when you look earlier in the...
I appreciate rivalries. Probably more than most, because I just have such a, I don't know, it's just the way I've always been. And it's when I was at Notre Dame, the USC Notre Dame rivalry, to the Florida, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Florida, Florida State, to BYU, Utah, to Bowling Green, Toledo. I just, I think that came from Coach Hayes and Bo Schembechler. I just think that was the classiest. Both programs had a tremendous respect for each other. Both coaches did, and they played so damn hard. And so I just remember that. And so I have great appreciation for rivalries.
Far right here, Bill, Louis.
That's a great question. Here's what my memory of that rivalry, and this is where I think it's the greatest rivalry in all of sport. You're darn right it was tough, but I know very well that their two coaches never respected each other more, and that's the head coach of our rival, Bo Schembechler. And because I talked to him about it. I had great conversations with Coach Schembechler. And Woody Hayes, unfortunately, never had those great I met him a few times. He was here in '86, and we lost him. And I look back, and I wish I would have been able to sit down and talk to him about it. But I think that's the standard to what rivalries are all about. And yes, that's what I remember. They go so frickin' hard against it, but there is a mutual respect. I didn't say like, but there's a mutual respect. And I learned it from those two of the greatest coaches of all time. They handled themselves with incredible class, toughness, demanded of their players, and you got to see that every time those two teams played. So that's my memory, and that's how we go about our business here.
Coach, thank you very much.